Welcome, dear listeners. You're listening to Exposure on WRUV FM Burlington, your better alternative. I'm DJ Ravioli.
I'm DJ City.
And we are here tonight with Andriana Chobot.
That is me.
Yes, welcome. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
We're really excited tonight. I'm back here. I wasn't here last week. I was sad to miss, but it was my roommate's birthday, so we had to do something special, and we had a really good time. I baked her a delicious cake with my other roommate.
Aww.
Yeah, it was...
What flavor?
It was blackberry, so it was a vanilla cake with blackberry filling in between the layers, and then... Oh, and there was lavender in the blackberry preserves. Yeah, blackberry lavender.
Spoiled her.
Oh, we did, and she deserved it. She really deserved it. Anyways. Before we do any music, I think, would you like to introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself. Based.
Okay. My name is Andriana Chobot. Hello. I'm a singer-songwriter here in the Burlington area. I'm also an actor, and I performed with Lyric, Stowe Theater, and a few other places around here locally as well. I went to college for music, and I got sucked into the theater world and ended up with a theater major and a music minor, which is kind of interesting. Would have never guessed that that's what the outcome would have been. But yeah, ever since then, I came back here to Vermont, and I just kind of stayed here. And I started doing my own compositions as well.
Yeah. Wonderful. So where did you go to school?
I went to school at Bishop's University in Quebec. It's a small liberal arts English school.
Are you from Canada?
I am from Canada.
Oh my God.
Very cool.
But I've been here since high school, so I consider myself like a Vermonter. I went to MMU, so yeah.
Cool.
I just stayed.
Yeah. I think that happens to people here.
I think so,
Like
too.
that's a common theme of exposure in general. Like all of the musicians we've had the last couple of weeks, they've gone off other places and now they're just back.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, we're back. We like it here.
Nothing like Vermont, really. For
Exactly.
That's true. And I think Burlington in particular is a place that people really find themselves at home.
Mm-hmm. I used it as my test city. I was like, well, if I'll make it in the big city, I'll be in Burlington because it's safe-ish.
Sure.
And then I was just like, oh, I kind of dig it. I guess I'll stay here.
That's so true. Shall we do some music?
Sure.
Let's kick it off.
All right, this first tune is called Not I.
It's your turn again. Go paint the town red or whatever color you want to. It's your life. You'll pay the price that's right for you. And all the letters you whisper to safe with me, lock and key until you find your rules. Not I can't stop I'll need everything from the words you push on through, and everyone from above is worth it too. Do they dare compare this recent version of you? Not I can't stop loving you. Not I can't stop loving you. Loving.
Oh, thank you. My chillest song ever.
That was really lovely.
Oh, thank you.
And that was called Not I? you said?
Yes. Not I.
Beautiful. So a little bit before you mentioned that you did not intend to go into music or into theater, you mentioned as well.
Yeah.
So did you like play instruments growing up, or were you really averse to music?
Actually, not adverse at all. I mean, the thing was, so in the classical world, I started very young, at the age of 4, just like doing some music for young children in Ontario. And I enjoyed it, but at a certain moment in about middle school, I was kind of like done. I was like done. I never practiced. I never wanted to practice. And then around high school, I kind of started playing my own songs. And then I kind of rebelled against everything and like actually wrote songs that involved some lyrics. Yeah, and then it kind of flourished from there. And then I was like, oh, this is more than a coping mechanism. This is more than a hobby. Oh shoot, what do? I hope I have no other. I mean, I have other skills, but I'm not into them. What do I do? What do I do? And I was like, I guess I'll be a music teacher, maybe. So I'll just do music. Cool. And then the rest is history. Yeah.
Wow. And you said you did a show with Lyric here?
Yeah, I usually play in the pit in a few things. Like I was in the pit for Tommy. That was a lot of fun.
Oh my gosh.
Dressed up as like a little English boy and like played some like roads. It was wonderful.
That's amazing.
And a few other shows as well. I also played in the pit for Stowe Theatre's Heathers, which is kind of a popular musical. That was quite a handful, literally, but it was quite an experience. I became a better musician for it. So if there are any fellow musicians out there who are a little bit not into, seeking out challenges, do it. You will improve your skills. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that's such a great experience. I have a friend who was never on stage, but she played the French horn and she played in the pit, and I have another friend who played the trumpet, and they both were they're like, this is the best thing that I could have done. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
Do you think part of the fun is that you get to be in a little hole and nobody can see you? Like that you just get to play, but you don't have to worry about the eyes?
I guess so, yeah. I mean, I've also been on the other side. I was in the Story of Love Cabaret, but I do like the anonymity to a certain regard, because and it was also like every single musician was, in that little pit and like on the same team and like,
right. I've heard that before. Like it feels like a team sport.
Exactly. Yeah. No,
which a lot of times music doesn't go that way.
Yes.
Especially when you're playing by yourself. Like it must be nice to be in like one little hole with your team.
Yeah. And the excitement of, I mean, I think during Tommy what happened was they kind of like lowered this amazing LED screen, and we weren't seen during the performance, but at the end they'd also like raised it up. So
Wow.
it was amazing, I think, for the audience as well to be like, oh yeah, there's like live musicians back there.
Right. The whole time.
Yeah, the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
No, it was
great.
a lot of fun.
I love Tommy.
Yeah, it's a classic.
Yes.
I mean, rock musicals, Jesus Christ Superstar is another one of my favorites. The music in that, the organ is ridiculous.
So
the
good.
vocals.
Insane.
Ugh.
We did the theater department here. I guess maybe not
was
last
2
year,
years
but
ago.
Yeah,
I was in the
2 years
pit.
ago. Oh, you were?
I was.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
So we may have like met at some
Oh.
point, but just didn't.
Were you in
Yeah,
it?
I wasn't in it, but I did run some like tech stuff a little bit.
Oh
and
my
then
gosh.
I'd also, by the end of it, I was like, I'm just gonna come see this.
Oh, okay.
But I helped with like tech stuff earlier.
Oh,
on.
amazing.
And I had friends who were in it. That's really cool. So
That was a great
yeah,
production. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I was impressed. The talent here at UVM, I mean, if y'all listening in haven't gone to see like some of the theater department stuff, I would highly encourage it. I was in the pit, you know, like witnessing the talent, and I was like, yo, this is like this is going up to like the movie that's in the 70s. Like this stands. So I would encourage y'all to go see some stuff for sure.
Yes, absolutely. I used to be a lot more involved. I'm a little bit more on the outskirts now, but there is a show in the spring, and this is horrible because I don't actually remember when it opens. I think it maybe opens in 2 weeks. It might open either the week after spring break, which is next week, or the week after that, but it's She Kills Monsters. Which is a show that's based on like D&D, but it's like the story of a young girl who's like very powerful and fights for power. It's great.
Ooh,
And I'm gonna do a quick plug for it right now because I'm on design for that. My friends are on design. It's gonna look incredible.
Awesome. Amazing.
Yeah. I think it's maybe time for another song.
Okay. All right. Let's do it. Let's see. All right.
I'm tempted to give you more. Your arms reach up to higher cause. Your orbit has me pulled in infinite stars. Ultraviolet soul, diffraction in my vision, the halo I've been missing. Your galaxy eyes are on me. Your galaxy eyes are on me. The weight of your being is all I want. So follow the leader and look beyond. Your orbit has me pulled in infinite stars. Ultraviolet soul, diffraction in my vision. refraction in my vision, the halo I've been missing, your galaxy eyes are on me, on me. Your galaxy eyes are on me. Oh, thanks.
If you're just joining us, you are tuned to 90.1, and we are here with Andriana Chobot. Would you like to tell us what that last song was?
Sure, that is called Galaxy Eyes. That is definitely the solo version. That's probably one of my first songs that I was genuinely proud about writing. I was thinking about Stephen Hawking, strangely enough. He recently passed, and I saw that the bio movie that they released, and I was like deeply affected. I was like, this brilliant man, and he's gone.
Wow.
Keeper of the universe, the knowledge of the universe, and and then this song kind of came from it. Yeah.
That's so funny that you say that, because as you were singing it, I was thinking about songwriting, and I recently, you know how you have those moments when you're songwriting and you're like, I'm not embarrassed by this one. And I had that moment like last week, and I was thinking about it as you were singing, so that's so funny that it was communicated somehow.
Oh, thank you.
Of course.
Yeah, I think it's like an enjoyment of playing of the song too, you know? There's like playing it really, like if the chords aren't feeling right and you're just like, oh, this fills something in, whatever. But yeah, that one I was like, everything's connected, everything, there's a hook. I love it. Yeah, I like playing it too. Yeah.
Yeah. Could you tell us a little bit about your influences with songwriting and kind of how you started? I know you mentioned classical and then rebelling and then adding lyrics.
Ooh, sure, yes. So, I mean, I started, like playing little things. And kind of figuring things out by ear, because I was very frustrated at that point with anything related to theory, to chords. I was like, I'm done with that. I'm going to use my ear. I'm going to write what I want to write completely. And then there was this one song that I wrote called Starving Artist. And it was a declaration, and it came out of nowhere. But it goes, I want to be a starving artist. I want to die and then get published, but only after a life of poverty, etc., etc. And it seemed like a lot of other artists that I played it for were like, yeah, I can relate to that one. Ha ha ha. And from there, I kind of just like started playing things that I thought that other people would perhaps enjoy from my like classical centered kind of music department. Mm-hmm. And then it evolved from there. Yeah.
Wow, very cool.
Did I answer all the questions?
I think so. There's just one.
Okay.
Answered my question.
Okay, great.
Since we're kind of on the topic, I'd love to hear about what's your like lyrical process, like what inspires you, what kind of gets the gears turning.
Yeah. I mean, musically, I didn't answer that. Musically, listening is really, really important for me, like listening to other work. So like, and a diverse amount of work. Because if you get stuck in one genre or one like even composer or one writer, you kind of limit yourself in certain ways, and you start sounding like them a little bit too much. But lyrically, at least my approach to songwriting is accepting whatever happens. So every song is so different. Sometimes it just happens while I'm playing, you know, like a few words pop out and I'm like, ooh, that was fun. That sounded cool. And then I expand on that, maybe sit down and kind of think about it, you know, like the second verse. I'm like, oh, the damn second verse. It's the hardest
Always the
thing.
second verse.
Yeah, it's true. And like, do I want a third? How? But sometimes, I mean, there's this one song that's called Neon that is going to be on my upcoming album. That is kind of, it's more lyric centered. And I wrote it as like a self-declaration of kind of like a meditative, like, I will continue being creative in whatever way and just freaking go, like, don't stop. And that I like sat down and like wrote it out. And that doesn't happen very often. But when it does, I'm like, oh my gosh, this song is like not even really my own in certain ways. So it's like I'm wearing shades or something. I don't know. It's like, it's another filter that I enjoy. Or like, you know, guitarists have like looper effects and like pedals. It's like another pedal that I can throw into, you know, my lyrical or poetry. Speaking of poetry, I wrote some angsty poetry as well when I was in high school. So that's how that started. Yeah.
Very cool. Do you want to play us another one? Actually, before you do that, you mentioned your album coming out this year. Do you want to tell us a little more about that?
Oh, yes, you noticed. Yes. So it is my first full-length album.
Woo!
It is a project. Let me tell you, it is 3 times the amount of an EP, 3 times the amount of work, than an EP, I would say. Every single song seems like it takes 4 times as long because I want to do it well and I want it to sound great. And the concept for this one is a little bit more mixtapey than my kind of more solid electronic-y, you know, composer-y vibe on my last EP. So I'm also kind of like reinventing my own sound in a certain way. But that's hopefully coming out in a few months.
Great.
Yay. We'll be looking forward to it. We'll play it on the station.
Ooh,
it's going to be great.
Lovely.
It's very exciting.
I love hearing what people think of my music, for sure. So let me know.
We will let you know. I'm sure it'll be good things.
I hope so. Yes, it'll
no, it will be. It will be.
Perfect. Okay. Can we hear some more music?
Okay. This one involves some audience participation. Okay, so, you know, when you're like meeting someone, you're like, hey, how's it going? Hey, what's up? Blah, blah. How about like a nice, how you do? Hey, how you do? Can I hear it?
Hey, how you do?
How you do? How you do? All right, so it'll be like, and I'll give you a head nod. I'm like, how you do? Perfect. You're part of the band.
Yay!
Just wanna say hello to you. Hello is a funny thing to want to do. Just wanna bring you around again, out from under the memory that I've had of you. And within my current view, want to know the current you. So currently, how you do? Ready? How you do? How you do? How you do?
Got it.
Just wanna say I want more of you. And all the I used to do. No way that I'd leave you lonely once I realize that I am lonelier. I'd like to take a moment here, extend this minute to a year, breathe a little softer just to hear how you do. How you do. How you do. How you do. Just wanna say hello to you. Hello is a funny thing to want to do.
Wow, thank you. That was an honor to be a part of that. I think you got some booth participation too.
How you do? How you do back there?
Great. So the name of that song was
How you do?
How You Do. Great.
It's a
And
default.
listeners, you are tuned into WRUV Exposure with it's Andriana. Andriana. Okay, I haven't said it out loud, so great. Andriana Chobot. Great.
Thank you.
Cool. You kind of brought up the process of songwriting and lyrical writing. I was interested to see what your perspective is on how the past funky few years have been and like that seclusion and introspection and how that might have influenced the way you write and the way you go about songs.
Yeah, I mean, I start in truth with my songs, and then I make some kind of fantastical story with them. But it's still representative in a way of where I'm at in life, in like, mentally as well. But with, COVID, the pandemonium, I certainly was not able to like escape myself with any kind of real distraction. So it kind of forced me to look a little bit more inner. It also forced me to be more honest with myself in certain ways. That song, I actually woke up singing. So there was a deeper connection that I felt with just music in general, with listening, it was kind of, my escape for sure. But I'm sure we all had our way of escaping the pandemic in our own ways. I'm really sure. But yeah, I mean, I certainly, there's about four newer songs that I was able to really find some relatable themes in because of it. So, yeah.
Definitely. Awesome.
Hi.
I'm doing some on-air tech support.
Ooh.
No, this we would get noise from
Behind the scenes, technical
difficulties.
I think we could try.
technical problem solving. Less
it's not even
difficulty,
difficulty.
more of a puzzle to be
Yeah.
fixed. Yeah.
Technical, logical puzzles. I feel like we should have a better word for it.
That's definitely some
That's
some
nice.
loud.
Yeah.
It's louder
Sweet.
for sure.
Good problem solving. Very
Yeah.
nice.
Go team.
Perfect. Okay. I guess kind of like in a related vein then. Oh gosh, where do I even start? Performing. You're a performer in
Sure.
many senses of the word. Well, first of all, like, what's your favorite thing about performing, either musically or theatrically or anything like that?
Or both. All of the
Both,
above.
yeah. Why not?
What's my favorite thing?
If you have to choose just one. Or
Can I pick
multiple.
two?
Yeah, definitely.
Pick as many as you want.
Honestly, I was talking about, like relatability in
Yeah.
songs and that. I think it's talking to people afterwards and being like, yo, that song, I totally get it. I'm like, yes, I've reached out to another planet and they've responded back with a signal. Awesome. Great. I'm not alone. But yeah, I think it's that. And also, I think it's Can I just describe what
Yeah,
what
no,
we
for
just
sure.
saw?
I was about to, so please do.
There was someone rolling an ottoman down the hallway.
There's some ottomans outside the station. It says free on them, but they're so awkward and clunky that you can't actually move them anywhere. But I didn't think to roll it, so that was the solution right
There
there.
we go.
Ottoman
I'll take
person,
one on my way.
you can probably hear us.
Yeah,
Great
sorry.
innovation. Yeah. Called out on air, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yes, performing. Having those kind of moments happen. I love that. Those natural kind of like whoopsie daisies or like just events.
Yeah.
And I think it's like, I think for me, it's also a certain type of catharsis once I get past the nerves. Yeah, I think it's my therapy.
Do you play a lot around Burlington? You have a show coming up tomorrow, is that
I
right?
do a good old Charlie O's. I've
So
never
fun.
played there before. I have this dual thing going on with a fellow singer-songwriter. His name's Joshua Glass. And we call it a piano duel. And it's like a singer-songwriter piano duel. So it's like, who wrote the best love song? Or like, during that last tune, who won, even though Josh played this amazing keyboard solo? It was me. You know, unfair rules like that. It's a lot of fun, though.
It sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, it sounds like. So how did that come to be? How did you make a piano duel?
At Nectar's, I wanted to do a songwriter circle.
Cool.
And I looked them up on, I was searching online and I noticed that this, adorable kind of older songwriter like just stopped posting for like months and months. And I was like, what? No, this is like me in 5 years. What is this? No. What is the meaning of
Don't
this?
stop.
No, don't stop. I wrote a song about this. And so I like seeked him out and he was like, oh yeah, sure, I'll play this. And I was like, oh, it was that easy.
Ooh.
Cool.
Wow.
All right. And then we just kind of, we had it, hit it off and like things just kind of happened and we gave it a name.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, listeners, check it out. Charlie O's tomorrow, piano duel.
Yeah. And there's going to be some shows coming up for sure.
Exciting.
Yes. Especially one announcement for this year coming up. I'm playing my first festival, Waking Windows.
I saw that today. Yeah. That's exciting. How are you feeling about that?
Really, really excited. I'm like also kind of like, I've been selected and I've never been selected before for a thing like that, So I'm like, yeah, I don't know how to feel yet, I guess.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Totally fair.
You got some
But
time to
honored.
figure it out. Yeah.
But honored.
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
That's for sure.
Okay. Should we get back to the music?
Yeah, let's do it. All right.
I want to want. Don't wanna need to tell anyone that I want to want. I'm too pink and green for the small town's cheap wisp of a dream. Don't need opposite comment or test out what I want to hear and what I don't want in the rear view mirror. Don't want to dig a hole for my limbs. On my soul, I'ma steer full clear. I'll come back when you start to heal. I'll come back when there's return to sincere. Return to sincere. Return to sincere. Return to some sense here. Some sense here. Sincere. I want to leave my plot, especially when my realm feels stale. Come on, tune in, turn on, climb out of curiosity. Talk ought to help me come back when you start to heal. I'll come back when there's return to sincere. Return to sincere. Return to sincere. Return to some sense here, some sense here. Return to sense here. Return to sincere.
Thank you. Was that last one sincere, or does it have a different name?
It's actually Return to Sincere.
Return to sincere.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Right. So listeners, you're tuned into WRUV FM Burlington at 90.1, and this is Exposure with Andriana Chobot. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Festivals, music, live shows. Oh my gosh, exciting. Do you have like a favorite venue you've played, or place you've played, or maybe event that you've been at?
Honestly, over the years, because I've been playing some events in my time, but I think each venue has changed a lot. I used to favorite Nectar's. I used to favorite Radio Bean. I used to really like what's it called? The Bee's Knees in Morrisville. Right now, the current favorite is Foam Brewery. I really dig their vibe there. They have delicious food as well, which helps. But the sound is always great there, and I also like their beer. So it's like a winning combo.
Win-win, yeah, for
I
sure.
feel like an advertisement, but it's genuine. I really enjoy playing there.
We've advertised a lot of things on the show today. It's okay.
It's true.
They've all been honest, so it's fine.
Yeah. Perfect. Do you have like maybe a story, like a favorite story or a funny story or just something wacky that happened to you during like a show or before or after a show? Or
well, this one time someone rolled an ottoman while I was playing.
No way.
It's a unique thing to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me think for a second.
Yeah, of course.
Actually, I could relate this back to it's not really it's music related. So during the filming of my music video for Like It's the Last Time, which you got little stickers of mini me. You will soon, don't worry.
Great. They look really cool. I have one right here.
Oh, I love those.
During that, there was this scene where we were dancing in front of Elmwood Cemetery, and it was night because, of course, graveyards during the nighttime.
Naturally.
And we were dancing in front of the gate, and we were lit in these like really cool colors, and we were doing this like little dancey thing. You'll be able to see it if you look it up. Like It's the Last Time on the YouTubes. But in time, there was we hooked it up to a generator, and at this weird time where like we all raised our hand and went in front of our face over our eyes, suddenly the lights went dark. Oh, and spooky. I was like, yes, this is amazing. And we kept going, which was the greatest part. It was like every single dancer there present was like, this is perfect. I am currently doing the dance right now. Like, this is perfect. We're doing this. The director's like, keep going. And we're like, no, duh. But that was quite a live event.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Can you tell us more about the music video?
Sure. Well, it's called Like It's the Last Time. It is the first single, the first teaser single off of the new album. And we shot it at two fairs, the Champlain in Essex, Champlain Valley, and also Tunbridge. They say it's the world's oldest fair.
Oh,
is it?
I'm not sure, but it is.
And they say
it. Old. Yeah, it's pretty old. Yeah, they say it. And that one had a very cool vibe. But the music video is a lot of fun. I at one point lie down on the bottom of a merry-go-round and lip sync because that's what you do. And there's a lot of artsy shots. Luke Autry helped me. Joshua Miner helped me. Anthony Marquez, I believe. Marks helped me film. And there were a bunch of dancers involved, but you can see all their credits if you go to the YouTube video. And we had a lot of fun. It was so fun right before winter crept in and killed everything. But yeah, it was like our last little like, oh no, COVID's coming again. Let's go. Let's do everything.
It's cold. The numbers are going up.
Yep. Exactly.
It's definitely like a very like lively, fun music video. Like
you saw it?
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, y'all did your research.
Got it written down right here.
Yeah. How did that like what like started that process? To where you're just like, oh, I really want to make something to accompany this song, and like did you direct it? You said you had a director, and
well, I mean, I was technically the director.
Okay, gotcha.
But in times such as, sudden darkness.
Yes.
I cannot really vocalize
Yes.
since I'm currently in the scene. But yeah, I mean, I was the director. There were 3 cinematographers involved, 6 dancers, 2 actors, one of them being Joshua Glass, who was, you know, my dueling partner.
Yeah.
And then this girl named McKenna, who was like the little girl in the music video. And yeah, I mean, the concept was like kind of ride of life theme. And I knew that sometimes for some people, you know, their close death encounters kind of give them a new lease on life and appreciate the moment more. And that's what I was feeling with a lot of moments during the pandemonium. Yeah. That I was like, I need to be present every single moment that I go outside. Like, what's going on? And I had to find my footing again. I tried to feel normal, but normal was never going to come. But I had to also chill my anxiety and then channel that into, I'm here, I'm with wonderful people. How can I appreciate the moment? How can I absorb the moment? So that's where that song came from. And that's where that fair, the nostalgic sense of, you know, that last fling before fall really kind of kills it all. Yeah, that's the concept.
Gotcha. That's lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah, very cool. Should we play another song? Would you like to play another song?
Well, speaking of which.
Oh, our timing just worked
Well
out.
done. You did your research.
Tables are turning. Baby, it ain't time to go. This place is deserted. You still decided to show. Oh no. The room is round and we're the rest. With all the thoughts left to sing, won't you dance? Won't you dance? Won't you dance like it's the last time? Like it's the last time. 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 Getting closer. It might be more than I can take. Heartbeat rediscovered. I've grown yet another to break. Too late. The room is round and we're the rest. With all the thoughts left to sing, won't you dance? Won't you dance? Won't you dance like it's the last time? Like it's the last time. Like it's the last time. Yeah. Like it's the last time. it's the last time to see you, like it's the last time to see you, like it's the last time to see you, like it's the last time, like it's the last time, like it's the last time, like it's the last. It's the last time to see you, like 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 it's the last time, like it's the last time. It's the last time, like it's the last time.
Thanks so much, y'all.
For anyone just tuning in, you are listening to WRUV 90.1 FM Burlington, and it is just around 7 p.m., which means that it's time for a PSA. If you would like to read one from that binder,
I would.
any
I'll
page
put
you
on
want.
the PSA book. I'm just going to open it.
Yeah, some of them are more fun than others, but you know, whatever it opens to, it's just meant to be.
I'll make it. Oh, that's no.
You can open it again.
Tobacco.
It's okay.
That's like literally the most. Ooh, yes. Okay, I'm not gonna do the get a hamster. I'm gonna do pomegranate juice.
Ooh.
If you haven't heard by now, pomegranate juice is the latest craze sweeping the nation. Not only does this delicious drink leave you wanting more, it also contains more antioxidants levels than most other fruit juices. It also has a ton of vitamin C and has been linked to aid in cancer prevention as well as helping stall the progression of Alzheimer's disease. You might be thinking, pomegranate juice is way too expensive. But fear not. Although the biggest pomegranate juice brand, Pom, is quite pricey, the store brand alternatives will do a fine job in keeping you healthy as well. This has been a message from your pomegranate juice loving DJs at WRUV 90.1 FM Burlington. Thank you so much.
Do you do voice acting work? Because honestly,
because you should.
Wow, that felt like I was hearing a commercial for pomegranate juice. I mean, obviously learned about the benefits, but yeah. Great.
So we have a question from one of our listeners, and they would love to know about the sampler.
Yes. So, thank you, dear listener. Thank you for sticking it out. This is an Akai Professional Force. It is a sampler, but it is also a recording workstation. Ooh. So you can plug in whatever the heck you want into the back of it and record audio, record MIDI. There's so many sounds built into the thing as well. There's a kind of like a side-scrolling recorder as well. There's a looper involved. It's a very intricate piece of work, and they're constantly updating it. So it's a little bit open sourcey, but I've had it for a year and I do not regret purchasing it.
Awesome.
It's
Thank
sick.
you.
Yeah, that's amazing. Also, listeners, if you have a question for Andriana Chobot, you can call into the station and ask some more. And that number is 802-656-4399. If you have any other burning questions, it's always
hit me up.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to hear. You know, sometimes you're just shouting into the void.
It's true. We like to know that people are listening too.
Yeah.
I do that all the time while I'm composing. No, I get it.
Great.
Yeah. I had a question about like It's the Last Time. So you said it's kind of a teaser for the album. Would you say the album sounds like that, or kind of how are they related? What should we expect?
That's a really good question. So it is a small sample in a very eclectic mix of songs that I've written in the past. I would say there's some old stuff, but a lot of it is newer. Return to Sincere is kind of in the same vein as like It's the Last Time, but there's some rock on it, just like straight up kind of like droney rock. There's some jazz influenced stuff that isn't as electronic. I'm making this album so, you know, like your mix playlists, you know, that at least I build myself. I want to be entertained by every single song, and that is the point of this album. Is you throw it in and you're not gonna get bored, because every single song is completely different, to an extent, of course. And there's some solo piano too, so you know, dimming the lights and getting the whatever mood you want. I'll leave it at that. Yeah.
Very
awesome.
cool. That's super exciting.
So piano, big instrument for you. What's the best piano you've ever played? Like maybe the coolest, or like the most personal, or like what's your favorite?
So I grew up on a Petrov piano, which is a Czech piano. It was an upright, really, really wonderful. You can't beat a grand piano.
Yeah.
Steinways are great. They are absolutely worth the hype, but Boston pianos are great too. And honestly, even Kawaii pianos and Yamaha pianos, grand pianos, it's the feeling of lifting every key like against gravity. That is just so, it brings this intimacy that can't be replaced at all by like an upright or a keyboard. It's a different instrument, honestly, that I have in front of me, for sure. Yeah.
Is there like a specific one you've played on that you were like, ooh, this is perfect right now?
Well, one of the recording studios that I recorded a few of the songs in on the upcoming album, Lane Gibson Studios in Charlotte. They have a wonderful Yamaha grand. And at that point, I hadn't put my hands on any kind of acoustic piano because of COVID. Like, I used to sneak into the UVM practice rooms for myself just to, like, you know, practice. Like, as a 30-year-old woman, I would, like, here we go, I'm practicing. And then it was disallowed because, you know, of the outbreak and stuff. So this return to this wonderful acoustic instrument, oh my gosh. There's some pictures out there, and my grin was a mile wide. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. That is pretty beautiful.
Yeah, if we want to mix it up a bit, I was wondering who some of your favorite musical artists are, maybe who inspired, because I know that's a very broad question, maybe some of them that you were looking at for this album in particular, and that inspired some of the songs on that.
That's a very hard question. Because there is still the influence of, you know, Frédéric Chopin kind of haunting me. But at the same time, souls that I would relate to on that kind of a level, like Regina Spektor, Amanda Palmer, Kate Bush a little bit. Let's see, Ben Folds. But I'm naming a lot of piano people, and it's not just those people. I really try to get enough diverse amount of genres in there when I'm listening to things, and I have phases as well. But yeah, I think.
Are you in a phase currently? Do you have a current favorite?
I would say I'm I just like recently got into Mitski.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody needs a Mitski phase. It has to happen.
Yeah. No, for real. And also Leon Bridges. I am currently in the Leon Bridges realm. And I am digging it. Oh my God, motorcycle and like Texas sun / moon. Like just hit me with any Leon and I'll be happy.
Very cool.
Okay. I know you went over like hometown and stuff before I got here. Can I real quickly reiterate? Okay, where are you from?
Originally from Ontario, Canada.
Okay, gotcha.
But I've been here since high school. Went to MMU. And then I went back to Canada for college at Bishop's University.
Okay.
English speaking. And then I came back and just stayed here.
Great. Well then, okay, this does feel relevant then. What's your favorite part about Burlington?
What's my favorite part?
Yeah. Either as an artist or like also just as a human being who lives here.
Well, two sides of a coin. It's a wonderful, love-hate kind of a thing because I came from like suburbia land where nobody knew anyone.
Yeah.
Like 2 hours north of Toronto to here where everybody is going to know everybody.
Yeah.
Like no matter what. And at the beginning I was like, I am staying the heck away from everyone. Like I don't, no thanks. Don't need that. Yeah. But at a certain point, I actually realized that I kind of needed to be a little bit nurtured in a certain way by having those extended relationships and by also searching out other humans, like needing to do that. It's kind of gone stale. All right, like let's branch out. Let's like look around, which you don't have to do all the time when you're being bombarded in a bigger city, kind of like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I think that's what I like most.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
Yeah.
More music?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right. Do you want the prayer or do you want the song about like living with a job?
I don't know.
They're both pretty chill.
Let's do the job one.
Okay. Jobby time. Y'all are so nice over here.
For anyone just joining us, you are listening to 90.1, and we are in the studio with Andriana Chobot. What was the name of the last one we just heard?
Another Day.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And I believe we had a question from a listener.
We do.
You want to tell us what that one is?
So the question was, wait, let me make sure I get the wording right. If you could put anything on a billboard, what would it be?
Oh my goodness.
I know there are
It's a big one.
limitless possibilities.
That's not my answer. Oh my goodness, isn't it? I like the markety musician in me is like going like, I'm gonna put my face on it.
Yeah.
But I think I just like want to put a huge peace sign on it.
Yeah.
Colored, diverse. Just slap on a huge, just basic peace sign.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Yeah.
I guess
So it wouldn't be in
follow-up.
Vermont because
Yeah, I was
you
gonna
can't
say,
have
where
any
would you
billboards
put
in
it?
Vermont. So if you were to choose a location for the peace sign billboard, where would it be? Because now I'm curious.
In Putin's backyard.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go. And there's this like a peace sign like the fingers or like the round circle.
I think the round
Okay.
circle, just like
Yeah.
very bare, basic, like, because
I can
it's
see it.
basic.
Yeah.
You know, basic.
It gets the
human
message
needs.
across.
Yeah, you know. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, great.
Awesome. On a smaller scale, do you have anything that you want to tell the listeners? Any social media you want to plug? Obviously, Spotify, the new album, Charlie O's, but anything else?
I mean, other than Waking Windows on May 13th,
Right.
I'm playing at 4 Quarters, I believe at 7 p.m. Certainly follow me on the IG. I am most active there. If you look me up on Facebook, I'm also updating there. But on my stories, that's where I tend to do things. And my handle is Andriana C. That's ANDRIANACEE. Andriana C.
Perfect.
Very cool.
I did have one question.
Yes.
Did you have any like collaborations involved in this new album? And yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Extreme amounts, actually.
Awesome.
I can't believe that I even forgot.
Yeah, I was like, there's something I was curious about. That's yeah.
Yes. So huge thing with, something like a music video, if, there's no visuals are always great with music because it's like another experience, it's not just listening, in a perhaps it's a less passive way of listening. But, with other things, I wanted to kind of go through stages and filters with my music. I wanted to bring something to someone and have them react to it in their way and add their 2 or 3 cents or 4 or 5. And sometimes, the process, every single song was different. I also wanted to bring it to different local recording studios because after the pandemic, I couldn't choose a studio. I was like, I feel it's unfair. I don't want to. I want to like spread the wealth around a little bit, and I want to experience like other people's processes as well. And I sure did. I worked with Christopher Hawthorne with his studio on Church Street, or just off of Church Street. I worked at Lane Gibson with Jeremy Mendocino. I worked with Luke Autry at A9 Studios. And am I forgetting one? Oh, and also Dan Rome at Future Fields. Sweating a little bit on like lists. But yes, so they were kind of all the heads of a few songs each. And then it got kind of passed around. Lots of different musicians, such as Pat Markley, Dan Rome. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to list everyone. Dove Schiller. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. Yeah. But when the physical album comes out, all the credits will be listed, and I'll feel less stressed about that. But all these people, local musicians, local talent, really helped and really brought just like other dimensions that I would have never, ever thought. So I definitely recommend it, you musicians out there, just hold up in your rooms. That is a way of doing things, but also bring in some friends, bring in some musician friends. It really helped me a lot.
Had you ever done this with any project before this album, or?
Well, I have an EP called Cascade, and that was like 2014. But I was like settled in with like a very small group.
Okay.
So this is completely different.
Wow. Okay.
For sure.
Great. What's your favorite part of? I keep on saying favorite part, but like there could be like bits and pieces that you like a lot about the Burlington music scene.
I like how, I mean, I mentioned this before, but I like how nurturing it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Kind of in the scope of Radio Bean, the idea of what you got, we can put you up here. I mean, to a certain extent. And there will be some kind of audience reception. I mean, I've played way different types of shows. I've played to like 2 people. I've played to like just the bartenders because there's a snowstorm. Like, just, you know, it happens. To like foam brewery people screaming up in my face and telling me to sing Adele. Like, you know, that kind of huge types of differential places, venues. But there is definitely this underlying support. Everybody kind of plays in everybody else's bands. And it even though it takes a while to kind of, you know, like get your light, get your focus here a little bit, I think it's forgiving in a certain way. Yeah, and I really like that about the local scene for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Can test things out.
I have one more question on the topic of collaboration. You have a remix on Spotify of New Love. How did that come to be? And, you know, what was that process like?
Funny story. So y'all heard it first here. There's going to be a secondary remix on Like It's the Last Time coming out in a little bit.
Awesome.
I don't have a set date yet, but it's the same guy, Prolific. He's a Toronto rapper, artist. And I kind of met him online, but I also met him once very briefly after a Shakespeare performance that I was in. I was playing Ariel in The Tempest. But the cool part about this version, hold on, theater nerds, is that it was a musical. It was musicalified with the songs of Bob Dylan and the Rolling Stones.
Whoa.
So first half, Ariel was this Bob Dylan character. And then second half, Ariel they transformed into kind of like a Mick Jagger Rolling Stones type of figure. Anyways, getting back on track. Prolific, or William Rideout, he met me very briefly. And then I guess his father, who was the prof who wrote that musical, was like, oh yeah, here's your album. And then he was like, oh, this is pretty good. And then I like kind of re-emerged on social media with like new stuff. And he was like, oh, this has been sitting around forever. I think I can do something with this song. I swear I can do something with this song. And then, yeah, he was like, is it okay if we do a split? And I was like, yeah, man, distro kid, man. Yeah, let's do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
And some I have some friends who are like, yeah, I listened to that remix like more than the actual song. I'm like, yo, I'm not surprised. Like, it's good. Yeah.
Yeah. What is it like having someone like interpret your work, if that makes sense? Like kind of change it?
Well, there's something called like demoitis where you're like so used to the sound of a certain song that like even live you like don't really accept it.
Yeah.
Right.
I have a feeling that might happen with like It's the Last Time, like with my own brain. But it's very like difficult to accept maybe in the first 10 seconds. I didn't fully get hyped until the second listen. And I was like bouncing off walls then. I was like washing dishes. I was like, yes, this is amazing.
Whoa.
This is what I want. Yeah. Where are my remixing buddies? But yeah, no, it's a wild experience having someone reinterpret what you're putting out there. And that's also like this album, it's all been that. It's all been like, oh, you think it's, oh, I would never, oh, that bass drum there. Oh, okay. All right. Cool.
That's amazing. It becomes, something new.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Could you play us another song if you'd like to?
Sure.
Get some more music for our listeners.
And thank you for listening to those out there. Hello. From my lonely planet to yours. So this next tune is called New Love.
Awesome.
Doors need to open and eyes need to close. They're in a circle, continues all he knows. Wind blows at the door and it says, winter's here once more. And you say, I'll be whole again when my new la-la-love comes. La-la-love comes. La-la-love. La-la-love comes. Pacing is certain and it melts your heart. Talking your burden before you get caught. Wind blows at the door and it says, winter's here once more. And you say, I'll be whole again when my new la-la-love comes. La-la-love comes. La-la-love. La-la-love comes. Wind blows at the door and it says, winter's here once more. And you say, I'll be whole again when my new la-la-love comes. La-la-love comes. La-la-love. La-la-love comes.
Thank you.
All right. What was that song?
That one was called New Love,
New
which
Love.
was remixed by that prolific gentleman from Toronto.
Listeners, check it out. Very cool. Actually, check out both versions. But now
Yeah.
that you've heard one, go check out the other.
Yeah, a good comparison there.
Yeah.
huh?
For sure.
And then for those of you just tuning in, this is Exposure on WRUV. We're here with Andriana.
Yeah, Andriana.
Okay, gotcha.
Andriana,
Oh
Andriana.
my gosh.
Andriana.
Okay. Chobot. Yeah. All right. And we are nearing the end of our time.
Lovely.
Oh my
But
gosh.
we still got some more questions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Are
Go
you
for
okay
it.
with some like goofier, quirkier.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Our
me
normal
what my
exposure question.
Yeah.
Ask me my favorite sandwich.
Oh,
Well, tell us your favorite
now
sandwich.
we have to.
Actually, I prefer a wrap.
Oh,
I
okay.
love wraps with like spinach wraps with.
Ooh.
Actually, I really like, that like fake meat stuff, like the fake ground meat.
Yeah.
I dig that.
Yeah.
Or like breakfast burrito wraps. Oh my god.
Yeah, it does kind of become a burrito at that point.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you talking like homemade, or is this like a sandwich you've had somewhere before?
Well, the Friendly Toast makes a really good breakfast burrito, so I'll just like credit them.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Okay, great. All right, another question. What's your favorite smell?
Oh.
I usually have to do top 3 for this one because it's just hard.
Oh dear. Yeah, I kind of like, when it like first really truly rains and it's not cold anymore, like in the spring, and like you smell that first promise of spring and life. I like that a lot. That's always nice.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, I also kind of like fall rain smell. So there's that.
Do you like the smell of snow, or is snow just not included? Personally,
No.
I love the way snow smells. That's why I asked.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
I mean, the first few snowfalls are always beautiful and precious, but
Yeah. I like the rain smells a lot. But I think I actually might be a summer rain, like really dry, smells like wet dirt.
a little
That's a
warm
good one.
summer rain. It's nice.
Yeah.
okay.
I had to pop in because I have a story about this question. This is a question that we very frequently ask our exposure guests, and we get
It's an
all
honor.
sorts of great answers.
Wonderful.
But one of the last times that I asked this question, when we were hosting Exposure in Brennan's, Catherine Vanderpool was there. She's great. Shout out to her. I asked her the question, and she does not have a sense of smell. And it was really embarrassing for me. Because
That's
I was
something
like,
I would not have considered.
Like, what's something you wish you could smell? I really had to cover for it really quickly, but I'm glad that you have a sense of smell and are able
Me
to
too.
answer that
I
question.
love how smells can trigger such nostalgic things.
Yes.
There was like this mind moment that I had where I felt like, thank God I'm alive, or some stuff, or I don't really know. It was like after a very, like a very dark mental period that wasn't COVID related. That was like way back in college. And I like emerged and it suddenly started raining and I was like,
Wow.
this is my V for Vendetta moment. This is
Very symbolic.
And the smell then, it was like that summer dry rain actually.
Yeah.
And whenever I get like a dose of that, I'm just like,
Wow.
it's freedom.
That's
I
so
smell
amazing.
freedom.
My roommate was actually just telling me, and I remember reading this somewhere too, the part of your brain that controls smell is also, it's either very near, is also the one that controls memory, which is why smells can be so strongly associated with memories.
That's so
Which is
incredible.
really, it's super interesting.
All right, next album, I'm going to have like a scratch and sniff.
Oh,
It's gonna smell like cotton candy.
You totally
Oh, that'd be awesome.
should.
Put a music
That'd
video
be
with that. You've got
amazing.
all 3 senses.
You could do like
my
each
Yeah.
song has a different smell associated with it. It's like it's like what is it called, like synesthesia, where
Yeah.
like different sounds or smells, they all like cross connect.
Mhm.
That's
Yes.
fascinating.
I always
Yeah.
come
That is
from
so
a meeting right before this, and it's for a computer science class. And we go through the rubric and the report and like how we're going to grade and whatever. And the professor has synesthesia. I can't even say the word.
Yeah.
Anyway, she associates certain numbers and certain like code bits with different colors. And she went through the entire rubric last week and color coded every word because she started with
Whoa.
2 words and they were red and blue, and then she couldn't stop herself, and the whole thing was rainbow colored. But it was fascinating to watch, like the way her mind would connect those.
Whoa.
I know a lot of musicians can connect that too. Like when you listen to music, they see colors.
I wish.
I know. I always wish I could do that too. I'm jealous, but
Maybe someday.
Yeah.
Maybe if I don't know. Maybe if I get older and weirder. Maybe that'll happen.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe once you put smells, and the colors will naturally come with it.
Right.
Maybe.
Okay,
The next
Like
step.
The last time is going to be cotton candy.
I feel like it goes with the whole fair theme too. It also- yeah, it's the same vibe.
Yeah. That's super
3D.
Nostalgic
Yeah.
smells. Oh,
Great.
So we have, I think, about 10 minutes left, and I also wanted to pop in here to ask you
Yes.
if you would like to do a station ID for us. You can just say it right now, and then we'll cut it and we'll put it into our automation system so you can hear yourself on air. Yeah, and it can be whatever you want, but just like your name, and then you could say you're listening to WRUV FM Burlington.
gotta butter.
Can we put this part in?
All right. This is Andriana Chobot, and you're listening to WVR. What?
WRUV.
I absolutely know it. Okay.
For comedic
No,
effect.
no pressure. No pressure. You sound amazing.
This is
Take
the
two.
bit. This is the bit. What are you talking
This is the process.
We're gonna play all of it.
This is Andriana Chobot, and you're listening to WV. Fuck. Sorry. Oh my god.
It's okay. Well,
Okay, third time's a
You're
charm.
not
Preceding
listening to
material
that moment.
presented here at 90.1 WRUV
I'm so
FM
sorry.
Burlington may seem objectionable to some listeners. We would like to make it clear that this material does not necessarily represent the views of this station or its staff. If you have any comments, please call at 802-656-4399. Thank you
it's
for
hanging
tuning
right
into
there on
your
the
better
wall 'cause that happens all
alternative.
the time.
90.1 WRUV FM Burlington.
The giggle coming from the studio.
Take 3.
FCC,
All right.
we're sorry.
I'm so sorry. This is Andriana Chobot, and you're listening to 90.1 WRUV.
Beautiful.
Woo.
That was great. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
You know, yeah,
Sorry,
you gotta
FCC.
go through some takes. That's
Yeah.
we just gotta see.
Yes, and I put you on the spot, and you know what? You did beautifully.
Thank
So
you so much.
I will say it was nice to see like your performance like rituals, like your little warm-ups. Like that's, you know, we're getting to know more of the
Yeah.
the musical side of you,
you
the
go, behind the
performance
scenes.
side. Yeah,
exactly.
No.
And that's what we like to do here on Exposure.
Oh,
You know,
good.
we like to expose you.
Exposed.
It is called exposure.
Oh, y'all are so perfect here. I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's just about 7:40, so we have like 5 minutes left. Maybe you want to do one more song. We can close it out.
Yeah. Let's do an oldie one.
Yes.
It's called Coffee.
Perfect.
And again, thank you so much for having me. I
Thank
really,
you.
really
Thank you
enjoyed
for
it.
being here.
There's only so much company a coffee cup can provide for me. The record rolls on, reminding me I'm numb comfortably. Hi, hello, it's me. I know it's been so many years, I know, but I can be your ship from your shore, a shelter from the storm. I'm staying warm, staying warm, staying warm. Sometimes in the morning when I need a cup of kindness and my friends don't come round as often, pick up, I'm calling. Hi, hello, it's me. I know it's been so many years, shelter from the storm. I'm staying warm. Staying warm. Staying warm. Hi, hello, it's me. I know it's been so many years. I know, but I can be your ship from your shore, a shelter from the storm. I'm staying warm. Staying warm. Staying warm. Staying warm. Staying
Thanks so much.
And can you say the name of that song one more time?
That one was called Coffee.
Coffee. Great. Thank you so much. This has been Exposure on WRUV FM Burlington with Andriana Chobot. It's been a pleasure. Nice having you on here.
It's been so much fun.
We're glad you had fun. We loved having you.
Thanks.
Yeah, this has been so wonderful. I do want to remind our listeners that next week is spring break for UVM, so there will be no exposure, sadly.
So sad.
But the
But
week after.
The week after, I'm looking for our schedule right now. Does anybody know what it is off the top of their head?
Unfortunately, my short-term memory is not that good.
Hang on, I just had it up.
I just had it up too.
There we go.
Nate Gusakov. Sorry,
Matt's
I'm really
laughing
sorry.
at us.
I'll learn your name when you come in, Nate.
Yeah.
And
We won't
I'm
mess it
really
up.
excited.
Yeah, there you
I'm
go.
really excited to meet you because I play your music on my show.
There you go.
See, it's all made up. I made a little song for it.
If you sound confident, it kind of works out.
Yeah, I should have just chosen one.
And Andriana, real quickly again before we go, I know you already did this, but can you tell our listeners where to find your music, where to find stuff about you?
Of course. Yes.
And where to see you live.
Oh, yes. So tomorrow at Charlie O's, I'm playing with Joshua Glass, piano duel, from 8 to 10. It should be a lot of fun. And also, Andrew Bedard joins us on drums as a moderator. Because we get cray.
Yeah.
Moderator.
I am also playing Waking Windows on the 13th of May at 7 p.m. at Four Quarters Brewery. That should be a blast. It'll be all polished up for you with my band. It's going to sound amazing. And you can find me online for updates and all that fun junk. From Instagram to the Facebooks to whatever. Usually my handle is Andriana C, spelled Andriana CEE. Yeah. That's all.
Perfect. All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, until not next week, but the week after. To all our lovely listeners out there.
Goodbye, listeners. Stay
Enjoy your lunch
groovy.
break.